It has been a while, but hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of the train station. As always, I am your host A-Train, and we have the first ever 12-team playoff. So I'm going to give my predictions on who I think is going to be the national champion. We're going to go over the matchups, maybe some keys to winning the game for each team or losing or what it comes down to. So let's go ahead and get into it. The top four conference champions get a first round bye. Those are Oregon, 13-0 Oregon, winners of the Big Ten. Georgia, winners of the SEC. Boise State, the Mountain West group of five, highest seed. And Arizona State, winner of the Big 12. And then we have all of our at-larges after that. Texas, and Clemson, Clemson as well. Clemson won the ACC, but was not ranked higher than Arizona State or Boise State, Georgia, or Oregon. So Clemson also gets in automatically with the conference championship. Texas gets in at large for losing to Georgia in the SEC championship. Penn State gets in losing to Oregon. SMU gets in losing to Clemson in the ACC championship. And then Notre Dame, Indiana, Tennessee are your other at-larges here. We got some really good first-round matchups. Notre Dame, Indiana is one that I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on. I think that one is going to be very, very good. As well as SMU, Penn State. Can James Franklin get over the hump of winning a big game? And then Ohio State, Tennessee, Ryan Day. If he tries to outmuscle Tennessee, he is going to lose. We've seen it against Michigan. He tried to outmuscle them, and it failed. And then Texas and Clemson. Clemson is experience in the playoffs, especially when it was 4 teams, since this is the first year it's under the new 12-team format. Clemson's playoff experience could do well for them. Texas was in a similar position a year ago. Maybe Texas needs to go with Arch Manning. Quinn Ewers has tended to struggle in bigger games, especially this year. So yeah, that's the first round matchups. So we have Texas and Clemson. Burnt Orange versus Orange. Winners of the ACC. And Clemson, the at-large of Texas. I think this one is going to be close, but give me Texas to move on here against Arizona State. So give me the 5-seeded Texas here. Excuse my bad drawing. Tennessee and Ohio State. Like I said, it comes down to can Ryan Day just play Ohio State football? If they try and ground and pound and prove they're tougher than Tennessee, they're gonna lose. But I think Ryan Day will learn from his mistakes, and we're going to get an Oregon-Ohio State rematch from earlier in the year. Again, ignore my drawings. You guys get the point. OSU. And then SMU and Penn State. Until James Franklin can prove he can win the big game, I cannot trust him. So give me SMU to pull the upset here. Yeah, I know, this is really bad, but anyways. So we get a good SMU versus Boise State in the second round. And then Notre Dame, Indiana. I think Notre Dame pulls off a close one on an in-state game. Notre Dame moves on to the next round. So if we look at the second round here, we got Texas and Arizona State. We have Oregon and Ohio State in a rematch from earlier where Oregon beat them by 1 in Eugene. This one is at the Rose Bowl, so it's still Oregon's favor. The Fiesta Bowl, SMU and Boise State. Arizona State being at the Peach Bowl means they don't get an automatic home game. Boise State gets the game that's closer to Idaho than Arizona State does. And then the Sugar Bowl in Georgia's backyard against Notre Dame. Round 2 matchups. Arizona State, I think, is ranked a little too high. And that's part of the issue with this system is I think they should rank them. Conference champions should get in automatically. You have to make winning your conference mean something. But I think them being a 4 seed's a little too high. Give me Texas here. And Texas plays Oregon in the semis. Very difficult. I don't know why it's not letting me write. I don't know why it's being so difficult. Anyways, Oregon. SMU, Boise State. The key to this comes down to how far can Ashton Jeanty, who I believe should be the Heisman Trophy winner, how far can he lead these guys? I think SMU, after a big road win, gets a little carried away. Give me Boise State here. So then we got Boise State advancing, winning their first ever college football playoff game. And then we got Notre Dame and Georgia. Now, Georgia, without Carson Beck, didn't seem to affect them against Texas. But going forward, how is that going to affect them? Notre Dame lines up with them really well. And I think Notre Dame knocks off Georgia. And we got Notre Dame, Boise, Oregon, and Texas. So that is our final 4 this year. We got Texas, Oregon, Boise, Notre Dame. And I got Oregon beating Texas, heading to the national championship. And then Boise State and Notre Dame. If Ashton Jeanty can get the running game going, and they can continue relying on the legs of Ashton Jeanty, I think Boise State is going to win. Oh, I forgot to mention, this game is not close. I think Oregon absolutely blows Texas out of the water. Oregon advances to the national championship. And then here, it's a close call because Boise's only loss this season is by 3 points to Oregon. And Notre Dame, they did have a very, very bad loss to Northern Illinois, but they did bounce back and started destroying teams since then. Give me Notre Dame versus Oregon in the national championship. Notre Dame back in the title game for the first time in a while. Oregon back in since the Marcus Mariota days. And your eventual national champion and their first national championship in school history. Give me the Oregon Ducks. The Oregon Ducks become your national champion. That's supposed to be a DU. Anyways. Oregon is your 2024-2025 national champion. Thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think. Do I have too many upsets? Because I have a feeling something here is going to happen. Maybe Tennessee goes, and if Tennessee plays Oregon, I still think that Oregon pulls it out. Clemson's experience could very well bode well against Texas, and Clemson could win. And then if Clemson wins, I think Clemson still beats Arizona State. I think Arizona State's one and done. Indiana, if they pull it off, Georgia here. Georgia and Boise State would be a fantastic matchup. Also, Penn State and Georgia could be a good matchup. But again, I don't trust James Franklin. And that is the utmost disrespect to him. He can't win it when it matters most. He can't beat Michigan. He can't beat Ohio State. And he has proven he can't beat Oregon in the Big Ten Championship. So every time a big game is on the line, James Franklin chokes. But you can't get rid of a guy like that because he wins you 9, 10, 11 games. He just hasn't been able to get over the hurdle yet. So we'll see if Penn State's finally able to get over the hump. But until then, give me SMU, Notre Dame, Texas, and Ohio State to win. And then give me Texas over Arizona State. Oregon all the way. Oregon national champion. Comment down below what you guys think. Who your national champion is. Is it finally time for the Ducks to claim their first championship in school history? And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.